It's time to discover the mystery behind the ultimate Mysterio. Welcome to the Comicstorian Complete Story Series, where you get audio dramas of your favorite comic books, helping you decide what to go out and add to your collection. Today, we take a break from Peter and the Parkers to take a look at Gwen Stacy and learn more about the mysterious Mysterio of the Ultimate Universe in Ultimate Spider-Man, issue 16 by Jonathan Hickman. I hope you enjoy. April. Rain pours from the sky above as Gwen Stacy looks down at the gravestone in front of her in loving memory of Harry Osborn. Memories flash through Gwen's mind. She is sitting on her bed while her father talks to her. I wish that wasn't how things are, but it is, Gwen. And because of that, things are going to be different now. But I have to keep doing my job. George Stacy explains, telling her that she needs to continue to become the amazing person her mother always dreamed of. When will it feel better, Dad? Gwen asks. George sighs and puts a hand on her shoulder. Never. No one ever gets past losing somebody that you love. But the good news is that they're never really gone. They live on in your heart, George explains. Years later, Gwen sat down across from Harry Osborn. She smiles at him over their drinks. I like you, Harry Osborn, Gwen tells him. He smiles back at her. Well, I'm glad we have that in common. I just so happen to like myself as well, he tells her. Gwen smiles wide, admitting that she wasn't sure how she was going to feel about him, but has learned that he is ridiculous and humble. Harry leans forward and asks if she wants to know a secret. I don't like you at all, Gwen Stacy. I love you, he whispers. The two continue to flirt and laugh, but they are interrupted by a phone call. Gwen stares at it for a moment before answering. Hello? Oh, okay. Thanks, she says softly before hanging up. She looks at Harry, sadness in her eyes. They found him. They found my father, she says softly. Before, George Stacy puts a hand on his daughter's shoulder, warning her that at some point, people are going to say things about him. Things that might change Gwen's thoughts about him. No, I'll always think you're perfect, Dad, she says, but George shakes his head. Well, I'm not. I have secrets that many won't find out about until I'm gone, he says. His eyes begin to glow. You might not understand who I was. People might say bad things about me, but everything I've done was for you, so you will understand this world as it really is. That's my legacy to you, George tells her softly. Years later, Gwen stands before the group. We have finally found your father's remains. They didn't want to give them up. They didn't want us to be complete. But now, his final wish can come to pass. He wanted you to take his place and join us, Quentin tells her. Gwen nods as she takes a place at the table of Mysterio. The world is a lie, and only through embracing those lies and becoming a master of them can we truly see, Gwen says as she sits. Our craft is old, older than the lie. Our power is ageless. The amulet passed from sire to spawn. 1 to wear it, 5 to share it. We are Mysterio. Green light strikes out from the orb, and a symbol appears on her forehead. Welcome, sister, Quentin says as he leans forward from the shadows. 9 years ago, Gwen and Harry danced on their wedding day. All smiles and happiness, but Norman cut in and began to dance with his new daughter-in-law. I think you could have done better, he tells Gwen with a smile. She smiles back at him. That's funny. I've said the same thing to your wife, she says as Norman dips her. He nods. See, you've got some steel in you. Promise me that you'll never let Harry distract you from what you were put on this earth to do, Norman tells her. The smile falls away from Gwen's face. I can make that promise, she says simply. Harry and Gwen's first Christmas. He is excited to give her her first gift, a rare book that details the secret history of a world that never was. A book that outlines how the timeline was altered to create the world that they now live in. Gwen stares at it in fascination. 1 year ago, Quentin motions to the table as the holographic images appear before the other members of the Order. Tell them, he says to Gwen. She steps forward as an image of the Maker's City appears. We were right all along, Quentin. Everything we've worked toward, everything we believe in is real. The world is an illusion fabricated by one man telling a lie big enough to deceive humanity. And now he is trapped in a prison of his own making for the next 2 years, Gwen informs the group. The others murmur at the confirmation, questioning how she discovered these facts. Gwen explains that after Oscorp bought Stainstark Enterprises, they went through the files and confirmed it. Quentin nods and stands. We'll need to act fast. Release the information and wipe the fog from the eyes of the world, he says. But Gwen shakes her head, explaining that they need to work quieter so that they aren't targeted. What did you have in mind? Quentin asks her. But Gwen shakes her head and looks at the others. I don't know yet, but I'll think of something, she says. Later, she and Harry met Peter and Mary Jane, and they became friends. Gwen learned about Ben Parker and Jonah Jameson starting their own newspaper. I was hoping that you could set something up between me and the grumpy old men at the paper. I'm kinda in the mood to see if I can launch a pirate ship, Gwen had said with a smile. She spoke to Harry, explaining that she had told the two men about the secret of the world so that they could begin exposing the truth to the people of the city. Months pass, and Pete and Harry have gained the attention of the Kingpin of New York. Gwen is upstate at the Osborne estate, worried that Harry has disappeared, but there is a puff of green smoke, and Mysterio appears before her. I found him, your husband, Mysterio tells her, explaining that Kraven has captured them both and plans on hunting them in the Savage Land. But he made the mistake of including a confidant of ours into his scheme. He doesn't know about our alliance with the Mole Man, Mysterio tells her. Gwen nods. The amulet passes from you to me in 2 days. Do I have that long? She asks. Mysterio ponders for a moment before nodding. He turns and moves away. I'll talk to our friend. Buy some time. Oh, and one other thing. Do you know that you're being followed? Mysterio asks before disappearing. Later, Gwen slams open the door to Otto's lab, demanding to know why he is having her followed. Otto shrugs, seemingly unaffected by her accusations. It was Harry's plan, a security thing he had wanted me to do if he went missing. So yes, you're being followed and protected, he tells her. Gwen glares at him. She can see an image of Mysterio floating behind the doctor. He's too curious and too close. Cut him loose, Mysterio whispers. Otto, you're fired, Gwen snaps. 2 months ago, the Savage Land. Harry is shouting for Peter to finish off Kraven. No, I'm not like him. We're not him, Peter says with a shake of his head. He turns away, but Kraven draws a pistol. He won't stop until he wins. It's him or it's us, Harry shouts. But suddenly, there is a hand covering his mouth. He glances back to see Mysterio holding him. Shh! Don't speak. Not a word. Watch, Mysterio whispers as she motions forward. Harry watches in fascination as Kraven draws the pistol and shoots another Harry in the head. He watches as Peter begins to beat Kraven to death, but another Mysterio steps forward. "Well, this is quite the dilemma, isn't it?" the other Mysterio says, pointing out that Peter shouldn't kill Kraven and should be more worried that his family is in danger. "You couldn't save your friend, but perhaps you can save your family," the other Mysterio suggests. Finally, Peter turns and rushes off to the exit of the Savage Lands. Kraven looks up in anger at Mysterio. "You dare come between me and my hunt?" Kraven asks. Mysterio nods as the illusion falls away, revealing the true Mysterio and the very much alive Harry Osborn. "I do, but only because you came between me and mine," Mysterio growls. She reaches for the fallen revolver and picks it up. "So long, comrade," Mysterio says before pulling the trigger. Harry is confused, looking around at the various bodies. He turns back to the villain. "Mysterio?" he whispers. The pink orb begins to disappear, revealing Gwen's face. "Yes, dear?" she asks. "What the f*** is going on?" Harry yells in confusion. The present day. Gwen stands in the rain, looking at her husband's grave, but he is suddenly by her side, holding an umbrella to protect her. "So, I'm dead?" Harry points out. Gwen nods as she pulls her husband close. "And the Green Goblin is not, which must mean that you are not the Green Goblin," Gwen tells him. She has told him everything about her life, of her quest to bring down the secret group that controls the world. Harry nods as they walk out of the cemetery. "Okay, now we take the fight to them. Now we win," he tells her. And so concludes issue 16 of Ultimate Spider-Man. The mystery behind Mysterio, or the group that is Mysterio, has been revealed. Harry's death was in fact an illusion that you might or might not have caught. But what will happen next now that Harry knows the truth of the world and can act behind the scenes? You'll just have to wait until next time to find out. But let me know your thoughts on today's story in the comments below. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see it continue. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.